Tyler Withrow. I'm 22 years old and I go by No Requests.
Tyler Withrow is a Southern California native who relocated north 4 years ago to attend Chico State. Since then, he has made a name for himself in the local electronic music dance scene as DJ No Requests. He has worked with Wild Oak Music Group, Beta, and Vibe. His goals are to show that there is a different side of electronic music than the traditional hard electro and dubstep that many hear. He combines elements of funk and deep house to create his own unique style and influence.
A lot of things. How to network, how to really facilitate a room, facilitate your crowd, facilitate the vibe. What not to do. That's a huge thing, is like what not to do. Anytime I go anywhere, I hate critiquing everybody, but if there's music playing, I critique it, and it's like it just makes me think about what I do versus what other people do. But most importantly, how to follow a passion. That's really what I really get out of this, is really following what I want to do and really knowing what I do and loving it for what it is. That it sounds like German techno, because everybody calls it techno. I mean, you sound, especially the baby boomer generation or anybody that's like 10 years older than us that really isn't in the scene, everybody just thinks it's that kind of like, I don't know, almost like Rammstein style sound. And electronic music it's not just 4/4 beats, it's not, just dubstep, it's not just, what you hear in the mainstream. There's so many different genres, you know what I mean? And even from what I play to experimental electronica like Montauban to bands that integrate synths and whatnot, is like electronic music isn't just stuff you play off turntables or CDJs or whatever medium you're using. It can be anything. It's anything that's modulated out of analog or synth sounds, and that's kind of the reason I love this genre so much. I mean, I have my own niche, obviously, but at the same time, it's a lot greater and a lot more diverse than I feel than a lot of genres, and it blends into a lot of different genres, and that's what I think the biggest misconception is. I think it's a double-edged sword. I really do. I think the availability and the innovation with that style of laptop DJing and whatnot really gives people the ability to expand their boundaries. And I mean, like, I like the idea of having my laptop with my entire library of music on it, but at the same time, I just don't like the programs that run with it. I'm familiar with them, but they're not really my forte. I mean, people like Loco Dice, Richie Houghton, even James Abila uses a little bit of it, Funky Jenny uses it, where they integrate pretty much everything. They have, running 4 decks simultaneously with, like samples and pads and all this stuff, and it allows you to get way more creative, and I think it's a very positive move for the scene. But at the same time, it really, for those experienced DJs, it's a good thing, and for people that are up and coming, it becomes a good thing in the beginning because it takes the cost of getting into it down, but then it really takes the skill building down to the point where you're more focused on staring at the screen and not listening to the music, and that's where the problem becomes. And everybody thinks they're the biggest new thing because they have a ripped program. And
oh well, stylistically he is more into the house, kind of funky house. I guess just more kind of old school danceable beats, not that like really hard, grungy electronic dubstep. So.
Be a jack of all trades. Be a jack of all trades and absorb everything that anybody gives you. I mean, obviously take it with a grain of salt depending on who you're talking to, but there's kind of an ego when you start, and this happens with every big DJ, or not big DJ, but it happens with every up-and-coming DJ. You know, I had it for a little bit where it's like, you know, you think you're the best, or you think you can play better than everybody else, and what it really comes down to is you gotta let the music talk.